another video. Today I'm gonna be helping you guys with some settings and some other tips and tricks for Warzone and multiplayer to make your gameplay better. So first, what we're gonna be doing is recoil control. I have the M4A1. It's actually really easy to control the recoil on it. So what I do is I basically just aim down sights, and without pressing any other buttons except the shoot button, I just shoot straight forward. And as you can see with this, it kind of goes up and towards the right. So what I do is I slightly move to the other side so I have some space, and I aim the opposite direction. So when it's shooting, I kind of like pull it pull my look stick down so it doesn't have as much recoil. So when I do this slightly, make sure it's slightly, it's a lot better. It's a lot more centered. You hit a lot more shots doing this, but on every gun, recoil pattern is different in its own way, so you need to figure that out by yourself. But it takes some time getting used to, and some attachments actually help you control it, and it just takes away recoil in general. So that's actually a really good tip. So yeah. Alright, so next we have control. What tactical is, it just makes it switches out melee with crouch and crouch with melee. So circle is actually the punch. It's actually a lot easier, so you don't have to take your thumb off the right analog stick when you crouch. It's a lot easier, and I keep this on flipped, and to do it you just press square to make it go flipped. So what flip does, it makes L1 aim down sight, and it makes R1 to shoot. So basically, if you test out your bottom triggers, it takes a little bit. It goes like halfway before it actually activates. So the reason why I use top bumpers is because it's a lot faster and it can give you the upper advantage in a lot of gunfights. You will see a difference once you actually start using it and getting used to it. And yeah, that's basically it for the button layout. Alright, so keep these on default disabled. I keep this dead zone at 0.8 because my controller has a slight drift to it, and basically what this does, if you make it go up all the way, you need to push your analog stick basically all the way before it actually makes a move. And yeah, it's just keep this lower if you have a drift. Don't make it too high because it could affect you really bad in games. Horizontal stick and vertical, I use 8 and 10, but it just varies on your preference, so you don't even have to follow me on that. It's just, it doesn't really matter. Make I don't really know how these just keep those a little bit above 1, like I say above 110 for sure. Helps a lot. Aim response curve type, I haven't really tested this out yet, so uh, you can test that on your own. Controller vibration, I put this on disabled because it helps out a lot with aim. When the controller vibrates, it kind of messes up your aim slightly. So I use focusing for aim assist because even though it's not hard to control your aim, it makes it a lot easier for newer players. I'm not a new player, but it makes it a lot easier. A lot of pros use it. Um, and yeah, it just makes everything a lot more accurate. So yeah, keep these basically default, but once you go to use/reload behavior, put on contextual tap, because in Warzone it kind of gets irritating when you have to hold down a weapon to pick it up and hold down stuff to pick it up. So basically what you can do is put on contextual tap, so you just tap square or whatever you use to pick up the weapon, you tap it instead of holding it. It makes it a lot easier. Slide behavior, keep these all on default settings if you want. It doesn't really matter. Keep this on enabled, and that's basically it for controller settings. So we're gonna move on to general. Alright, so for general settings, basically keep the brightness a little bit above 50. It just depends on what you like, but I keep this a little bit brighter so you can see enemies a lot easier. Safe area, doesn't really matter. Film grain, keep this a little bit lower because it's kind of annoying when it's high. So, and you don't really want all that. So, tooltips, it doesn't really matter. Disable it, enable it, doesn't matter. Subtitles, always keep this enabled because let's say there's a cluster strike or something coming and you don't even know, but if you have subtitles, then you could literally read, the warning. So colorblind type, put this on either um, whatever this is, but make sure you use Triton. I don't even know how to say that, but make sure you have this. It doesn't do anything gameplay wise, but it makes the game look a lot better. And make sure it's on both. It makes the game look a lot better. So for example, let's say I have it on disabled. Here's the game, and let's see, and then here's the game. It kind of makes the colors pop a little bit more. So it just makes the game look a lot better. Keep motion blur for both of these disabled. Make the minimap a square because it makes the minimap bigger. Even it shows that as an example right there. You can see it's a lot bigger. Minimap rotation, honestly, disabled is better, but I'm more used to enabled. What disabled is, it just doesn't move around with your arrow. So you can, let's say you got shot from a direction, you can look on your minimap and know where direction is from, but I just keep it on enabled. Text chat, just keep all these enabled if you want, it doesn't matter. And that's basically it for general settings. Alright, so
Let's go, Sergeant.
basically what these are, keep the audio mix either on boost high, boost low, or home theater. I use home theater. Yeah. Master volume, keep this up more than most of the other things. Dialogue, make sure you keep that up too. Music, make sure this is the lowest out of all of them because music can be really distracting, so you don't really want that in game. Effects, keep this a little bit higher. I say about 70, 76. Juggernaut music, I don't use Juggernaut, so it doesn't really matter. Hit marker sound effects, it doesn't matter either. You don't need any, but I always have some. I love classic. Voice chat, make sure you're enabled so you can talk to your teammates. And open mic threshold, I say 0, but I don't know, just test it out with your friends and see how it goes. So but I keep it on 0 or at least 2. Voice chat volume, make sure you have this a little bit below 200 because you don't want it to be too loud to where it ear rape you, but you still want to hear your teammates. Microphone volume, keep this a little bit below 100. Honestly, it just depends on the type of mic you have. So yeah, I keep it at about 60. I have a Turtle Beach $60 headset. So voice chat effect, make sure this is on no effect. It's just a lot better where you can just clearly hear teammates in voice chat instead of just sounding like you're on the phone with somebody.
When you need some help to get by, something to make you feel strong, reach for